we're going to continue on with our turkey taco soup. What I have here are a couple of onions, so I'm just going to go ahead and half these and chop those really quick so that we can throw those into our crock pot. Now, I got this chopper a couple of years ago, and it really comes in handy just for quick, easy, just onions, peppers. I use it for a lot of things. So I'm going to move you over and grab some cooking spray, and we're gonna go ahead and start throwing this together. Now, I do have another video on my channel already for this. I'm just gonna gently slide you over here. There we go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray the inside of my crock pot. And like I was saying, I will go ahead and link that other video down below. So I went ahead and browned my ground meat, and drained it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dump that right in. And you can hear our eggs going in the background. Those are just now coming to pressure. Gonna go ahead and throw in our onions. And the recipe calls for 1 onion, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw in 2 just because we like onions here. Next up will be 1 package. I've got a 12-ounce package here of frozen corn. Next, we're gonna toss in a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Toss those right in. I had forgotten I hadn't turned on my overhead lights. That's a little better. Next up, we're gonna throw in 4 cans of drained great northern beans. Normally I would go ahead and make these in the Instant Pot, but I really am running short on time today, so I figured it was better to get this thing pulled together rather than worry about taking the extra time to do the beans on my own. So we're gonna toss those in. The next couple things we need. Well, this is perfect timing. My eggs are just finishing. I'm gonna let those do a natural pressure release for 6 minutes, and then I will toss those in an ice bath. So if you don't know what a natural release is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and let those sit in the Instant Pot for an extra 6 minutes. And then I'm going to touch the lever and let the rest of the pressure out. So natural is just letting it sit there by itself, and a manual is to flip the switch. And I'll try to get over there and show you as soon as I finish this. All right, next up are our spices. I'm gonna throw in some salt, just regular salt grinder here, some pepper, and I did salt and pepper the ground turkey as well. Going to add in, it says 1 package of ranch seasoning. I have this ranch, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put 2 tablespoons in here. And if you have people in your family that don't like ranch, you're really not gonna taste the ranch in here. They won't be able to decipher that it's actually ranch dressing, so go ahead and add that in. And the last thing I'm going to add in is the taco seasoning before I toss the water in. So for the taco seasoning, also it calls for 1 package. And I have this, which I'm gonna have to grab some more of this when I run to Costco this weekend. I'm equating one package to be about 2 tablespoons. We like ours a little spicier, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw in 4 tablespoons this week. And you're gonna notice this does make quite a bit. The good thing is this is our lunches this week. So both my husband and I will be taking this for our lunches. It's gonna be absolutely delicious. And since all of the ingredients are basically cooked, except for the vegetables, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this on high for 4 hours. And I think that that should be good, maybe 3 hours. I'll come back and test it out later and see how that's going. So I give that a little stir. I'm gonna throw the lid on. And then I'm gonna turn this on, again, 3 to 4 hours on high. And there we go. Okay, I'm gonna flip over to my eggs, and I'm gonna be jumping around again this morning quite a bit because like I said, I have such a narrow window of prep time today. So it's been sitting here on a natural release. You can notice that my little knob, my little button here is still up. So I'm going to now release the rest of that pressure, and then you're gonna notice that the pin's gonna drop. At that point, then the Instant Pot is safe and ready to open because all the pressure's been released. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a bowl of water here, and I'll grab some ice in a minute to add to that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get this opened and get these cooled down so that I can peel them and have these ready to go for the week. Well, I guess that one's gonna be super easy to peel because it jumped right out of its shell. I don't know, sometimes it just cracks me up. Sometimes I just kind of chuckle to myself, so I thought I would share that today. Okay, next up on our meal prepping journey is to go ahead and get some vegetables ready for the week. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my pan with Pam. I have a big, huge package of California blend. Just gonna go ahead and open that. I think I've used a little bit out of this bag already. Just gonna pop those on here. Had a nice big piece of cauliflower trying to escape. Make sure that gets on the pan. Now this week I thought I would do something a little different, and I picked up this butternut squash. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on there as well. Because who doesn't like some butternut squash? Okay, got that on. Gonna give that a quick little spray of cooking spray. And there's a girl on Instagram that I've been following. Her name is Amanda, and I think she's also on YouTube. And she does this trick all the time. And the first time I tried it, it was amazing. So thank you, Amanda, for this trick, because I would have never thought to do this. Throw some salt and some pepper, just normal salt and pepper grinders. There we go. And this week I decided I would use this Brazilian steakhouse seasoning. Now, I can't find this anymore, so I'm trying to not use as much of this as I normally do, but it really sounded good today. If anybody knows where to find this or where to find something that is similar to this, please let me know, because this is absolutely delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some of that on here. And then I'm going to throw those in a 425 degree oven for 25 to 35 minutes. So I'll show you these along the way. Okay, next up we're going to start working on my husband's breakfast sandwiches. So I'm going to move some stuff out of the way to give me some room. First thing we're going to do is we're going to slice our English muffins, and as you've seen from the picture that I just posted before I started this section of the video, I am using the Healthy Life English muffins. Those are 2 smart points each, and they're really good. Every time I find them, I try to buy a couple packages. This is why you didn't see them in my grocery haul yesterday, because I had already had some extras in the fridge. They're not required to stay in the fridge, but when I buy them ahead of time like that, I just throw them in the fridge because I think it just makes them last longer. Again, that could just be in my head because you guys know that sometimes I just make stuff up. So we've got those sliced. I'm gonna go ahead and open this package of Canadian bacon. The Canadian bacon that I'm using, I just picked up at Walmart. It's a Jones Canadian bacon, and that is 0 smart points for 1 slice. So go ahead and get this open. Oops, sorry about that. All right, got this package open, and we're gonna go ahead and start our assembly process. I was thinking, I know that I've showed you these egg sandwiches before, but the reason why I do these is, first of all, I know the ingredients are fresh. I know how many points these are, and although these aren't for me, still better to give your husband something a little healthy. So our English muffins are 2 smart points each. The egg that I'm placing on top this week, 0 smart points. The Canadian bacon, 0 smart points. And then I'm using a half slice of Velveeta cheese, 0 smart points. So this is a 2 smart point breakfast sandwich. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? Pair this with a banana and you're good to go. So I'm gonna grab that cheese. And I always take that last half slice, being I only really need 2.5 slices here. I take that last half slice and I just divide it up. So these may technically be 3 with that extra little piece on there, but I don't, I don't think it is. If I were to eat one, I would just call it 2 smart points and call it a day. So I'm gonna go ahead and package these up in just some regular Ziploc baggies, and they're good to go. I'll insert a picture here of the finished product. All right, now that our vegetables have cooled, I'm gonna go ahead and get those thrown into a baggie. Got my baggie holder. I don't know if you've seen these before, but it's just a little thing that you use it to hold your baggies. Let's see if I can get it in the, yep, that looks good. Just take and clip your bags here. And then it holds your bag for you. And then you don't have to have an extra hand when you're trying to pull your stuff into your baggies. I think I got those on Amazon. I mean, what don't I buy on Amazon these days? But they come in very handy, especially when I'm doing my major meal prepping of my dinners. All right, I don't know what meal prep video I would be doing if I didn't do my oatmeal. Yes, I am still eating my peanut butter cookie oatmeal. I will definitely let you know when I get sick of this one. So, for this recipe, we are doing 1/3 cup of old-fashioned oats. And I'm going to go ahead and add that to each jar. Okay, got that in. We're going to add, I'm going to try this week. I had picked up some of this Truvia. And instead of using the Sweet and Low this week, I thought I would try this. So I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of the Truvia, which comes out to be 0 points. So I'm going to go ahead and dump that in each of the jars. Kind of comes out a little faster than I thought it would. All right, got that in. Next up, I'm going to add some of this powdered peanut butter, and today we're using the PB Fit. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of that, and I usually just do a little bit of a heaping because it doesn't matter 1 tablespoon or 2, it's going to be 1 smart point. So far we have in each of the jars 4 smart points worth of mixture. Next thing we're going to add in is the imitation vanilla. So just plain vanilla extract, and I'm just going to throw a couple of splashes in each of my jars. Really no measurement, just a splash or 2 or 3. To your preference. I think that's what makes it taste like a cookie. Next thing we're going to add is a 1/2 cup of liquid. And in this case, I'm going to be using the unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And I'm going to be using 1/2 almond milk, 1/2 water. So I'm just going to run the water in the background here, fill this up, and just dump it in. The next one in there. It's not quite 1/2 and 1/2, it doesn't really matter. I'm just throwing it in there, and I know some of them are going to have a little bit more than a 1/2 cup, some will have a little less than a 1/2 cup. It's all going to cook in just fine. The powdered peanut butter, when you're using that, it does seem to thicken up the mixture. So that works out really well. I thought I was going to have to open up that next container, but I think I'm going to be okay. And my dog is ringing the bell because she wants to go outside, because that's always the time to go outside is when Mom is meal prepping, huh? Yeah. We taught her how to ring the bells when she was a baby. So now that's just her thing. She rings the bells anytime it's time to go out. So oatmeal is done. I'm going to throw the caps on it. I'm going to give it a quick stir, and then I'm going to throw them right in the fridge, and those will be ready to eat for the week. And just so you know, time check 4 minutes on making the oatmeal. Okay, the last thing that we have to do is to take a look at our turkey taco soup, and it looks absolutely delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and package this up into single serving bowls, and I will put a picture in to show you what we have. So thanks for coming along with me today during my meal prep. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and that you saw something useful that will help you the next time you meal prep. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.